WCBI Sunrise Saturday starts now.
All right, good morning, friends. I'm Allie Martin.
And I'm Charlie Goldstein.
Good to have you here, Mr. Charlie. Today is December 14th. This is really counting down now. There are only 11 more days until Christmas, and it's looking like Christmas here on the set. We've got the tree here. Off camera, we've got two other trees, so we are getting ready for it. It's getting closer, but you know what, Charlie, if you feel like celebrating some other holidays, there are some lesser-known holidays on this very day, December 14th. You ready to hear about them?
I'm always excited to hear.
All right. Yeah, this is such an educational show. December 14th is Gingerbread Decorating Day. Have you ever decorated like gingerbread cookies or anything?
I have. It's been quite a long time.
Right. We had something like that in our, for like a family Christmas thing one year and did all the decorating and stuff. It's also free shipping day at participating retailers, so check your retailers. It's also National Wreaths Across America Day, and that's a really neat day. It honors those who have sacrificed for our freedoms. And here's one coming up. It is Monkey Day. I don't know what that means. I just thought it sounded kind of interesting.
I couldn't begin to tell you.
I know. Well, we have a fun show ahead for you. We're going to take you to the Mississippi Governor's Mansion for an exclusive look at the Christmas decorations. We also talk with the First Lady and the florist who are part of Christmas at the Mansion. Also, we visit Graceland, where the Christmas decorations are on full display. My lovely wife and I were up there this last weekend, and Toyota Mississippi team members take part in a toy drive. All that and so much more. But first, meteorologist Charlie Goldstein has a first look at your weekend weather outlook, and it's pretty today. Coming over here, had to wear the sunglasses.
Yeah, you know, we did have quite the pretty sunrise this morning. We're still seeing a good bit of sunshine peeking through on the Mississippi State campus cam, but as we go through the day, we'll start to see the clouds increasing from the west, and our rain chances will start to pick up too. You can see some of that rain starting to make it into the delta off towards Carroll County, Grenada. You can see some of that rain starting to move its way on through, and then overall, for the majority of us, we're just starting to see a little bit of cloud cover start to pass in through the area. If we take a broader view, we can really see the bulk of that rain is back off towards Arkansas, and that'll start working its way back into northeast Mississippi. Over the next few hours, we'll talk about that more coming up in just a few minutes. Allie?
All right, thank you much, Charlie. Well, 'tis the season to give, but it can also be the season of taking. Now, typically, certain crimes such as auto burglary, and larceny go up at this time of year. Tupelo Police Chief John Quaka says there are some common sense things people can do to deter criminals. The chief says it's important to keep vehicles locked when parked at home. He says criminals look for easy targets, and if a car is locked and all valuables are removed, it is less likely to be a target for thieves. Also, police stress the importance of knowing that a website is legitimate before making those online purchases.
There will be counterfeit websites out there trying to fool you into thinking they are a brand name when they're not. You have to check the spelling of the website. You actually need to open up the heading to see exactly what it is. And what I mean, if you just get a random email or text, I would be really suspicious of that.
And the chief also encourages people to put Christmas gifts in the trunk or some other spot in a vehicle where they can't be seen when people are out shopping. Some good stuff to know there. Well, around this time of year, local food businesses are typically busy. Now, whether it's for family gatherings or festive events, holiday treats are in high demand. Charity Johnson visited Tailor Made Cakes in New Hope to see how they're handling the hustle and the bustle.
Christmas is known for its gifts, but it's also known for its treats. Tailor Made Cakes in New Hope says they have to stock extra during this holiday season.
We have started stockpiling for our trays and sweets in the back, so we have pretzel rods, we have other sweet treats that we don't put out year round. There's some butter sugar cookies back there, things you just are looking for during the holidays for sweets.
Sarah Heveling, a former teacher, joined Tailor Made Cake in June after 6 years of baking at home. She says Christmas is her busiest time of the year.
My business had grown substantially at home, and I was kind of at a crossroads of, do I keep teaching or do I try to do this full time? And we just made a leap of faith and was like, yeah, let's try this full time and see what happens.
This is her second time selling at the shop during Christmas season. Heverling says business usually picks up around this time.
Holiday season is pretty busy. We have trays going out daily. We take cakes to local businesses. Obviously, businesses are looking for sweets. Families are looking for sweets. So yes, the business about doubles in December.
Heverling says the bakery gets a lot of support from the community. Telling your story in Lowndes County, Charity Johnson, WCBI News.
Wow, all that really looks good. Taylor Made Cake will be having a cookie decorating class next Thursday. For details and to sign up, visit their Facebook page. I may need to sit in on that. Well, schools all across the area will soon be dismissing for Christmas break, and that means some students will not be getting that guaranteed 2 meals a day. The West Point's Junior Auxiliary is stepping up to make sure no child goes hungry over the holidays. As part of their monthly Backpack Buddies program, the organization assembled extra non-perishable food bags to send home with the students. President of the West Point's Junior Auxiliary, Kimberly Weddle, says she hopes that this eases some of the worries for students and parents over the holidays.
We take our Backpack Buddies during the holidays and we double the food they get, so that way, they'll have more because you get out longer for the holidays. So we want to make sure they're covered throughout, the holiday time. We know, there's kids out there that, may not get extra food and they may have just the bare minimum. So we just want to make sure that we can help the parents to, provide a little more extra food for them.
And she says members of the JA packed nearly 80 bags of food. Well, the holidays are a special time to spend with friends and family, but it's important to remember those on the front lines who are serving the community during these holidays. That's why the Almost Like Home project provides first responders with a meal and the community with a chance to serve. Now, through community help, they now provide Christmas meals to all 5 fire departments in Starkville. Starkville Police Department, MSU Police, Oktibbeha County Sheriff's Office, 911 dispatchers, OCH Regional Medical Center, and the Oktibbeha County Humane Society. An organizer, Laura Dunn, says hundreds come together in Starkville to make this happen. Citizens, churches, and businesses donate food, utensils, and their time to give back to those who protect and serve the community. Dunn says around 150 people will benefit from these meals. They want to further the project to make it better every year and reach even more people.
This is an easy way to give back and show our gratitude, and if you can't do that at Christmas, when can you do that? I wish that we could show our gratitude in more ways than just this time of year, but if these times of year are what sparks these kinds of ways to give, that's great. It's a wonderful way to just feel connected to your community and make sure that they know that you care.
Yes, we certainly appreciate our first responders. Now, if you'd like to get involved, you can find Almost Like Home Christmas Dinner on Facebook and send them a message. Dunn says they have ways to get involved that don't take much time at all. And if you know anyone working on Christmas that could benefit, let them know about it. Well, Santa's helpers were busy at work on the Columbus Air Force Base Wednesday morning. Volunteers wrapped gifts in colors of Christmas cheer for local kids in the area. This is all part of the Happy Christmas Fund. That's a tradition that started years ago when the late George Happy Irby began taking the tips he earned at the Columbus Club at Columbus Air Force Base and buying gifts for older people and needy families in Columbus. Members on base say it's just one way for them to give back this holiday season.
If it wasn't for this event, there would be a lot of children that wouldn't be able to receive gifts like clothing, toys, just some of the basic necessities. And I think one of these events like these kind of make Christmas happen, especially for this community here in Columbus.
Christmas is such a memorable part of my childhood. So being able to understand and have these things, and it just creates lifelong memories. People always remember how things make them feel. I think it's just important to have this.
And volunteers wrapped more than 300 gifts. Well, a Northeast Mississippi-based car care business is expanding. MidasAutomotive.com is expanding from its current 3 locations in Tupelo, Oxford, and Columbus to 4 new locations in Mississippi and Tennessee. MidasAutomotive.com CEO Jason Weatherford says that expansion will include Olive Branch and South Haven. The new Tennessee locations are both in the Memphis market. Weatherford says the company prides itself on giving back to the communities where the stores are located. In fact, for the 2nd year in a row, Midas will give a vehicle to a family in need. Weatherford says it will happen just in time for Christmas.
We've been able to receive so many nominations. There's a lot of people that are, they need help, and we're going to be able to help one family. We've had well over 500 nominations this year, quite a bit more than last year. So that's just, kind of get the wheels turning on what we're going to do next year. But we are very close to having our pick for 2024. We will be announcing that next week, end of next week, once our committee, independent committee, has a chance to review nominations and make that final decision.
10 seconds. And that expansion will allow Midas to serve close to 40,000 cars every year. Well, coming up, we'll have a look at the holiday decorations at the Governor's Mansion. Stay with us. More Sunrise Saturday straight ahead.
And it is definitely no small feat putting together all of the decorations, but they have done a tremendous job and it looks fabulous. Our theme this year was Made in Mississippi. We wanted to kind of focus on several different things about Mississippi, one of which being economic development and all of the businesses that are coming to Mississippi and the ones that are here. And then we also wanted to focus a little bit on just the rich assets that we have in Mississippi, being our wildlife, our natural resources, and then, of course, also all of the products that have come from Mississippi and just everything. So we had so much to share, and I really think that April tackled all of it beautifully.
Made in Mississippi was the theme, and
Right.
How did it all turn out?
It turned out spectacular. I'm very, very pleased with the turnout of everything. We pretty much stayed on track with the proposal that we submitted to them back in August. And we didn't really change anything. There were a few little tweaks that we made, but nothing major.
Right.
Everything turned out just spectacular. Every bedroom, the rose parlor, the gold parlor, the state dining room, conference room, every area is a different theme. It has a different color, different textures and materials that we used in each room. It's no 2 rooms are alike.
No, you see the kind of the layout and the proposals. Were there any surprises once everything got situated and everything was in place?
A little, yeah. I mean, what's really fascinating to me is that we have a warehouse and we store these decorations in every year. And so it is so interesting to me that it's the same decorations, but they look so different each year based on the decorator's own creativity.
Right.
And so it's kind of fun walking up, even to the bedrooms upstairs, and you see different colors that you haven't seen in those bedrooms before, and they're just amazing, one of which you'll see in all the pictures, but the gold bedroom upstairs that is very, it's red, but like a burgundy red. They have pinks in there. And that's the first time I feel like we've done pinks over the past couple of years. So that's been kind of fun. In the Rose Parlor, we focused on the economic development over the past couple of years. And April added a star for every company that either is new to Mississippi or has expanded to Mississippi over the last 5 years. And we have over 300 stars. That's tremendous. Yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
And then it is huge. And then the second thing I wanted to share is in the foyer, we have a gingerbread replica of the Governor's Mansion, and it is amazing. Just the detail is crazy. And it was made by Beth Hennington from Madison. She was on the Food Network and won a couple of years ago or last year, and does tremendous work. And she is just a ball of fire. And so we're really excited that she did that for us this year.
When visitors see or tourists, taking tours or stuff or whomever, when people see the decorations now through Christmas, what are you hoping the takeaway is?
I hope that they will walk into the governor's office and first say, wow, how beautiful. But I hope that they will also take away what a beautiful space this is. Not just because of the decorations, but because the space truly is very special. It's really magnificent. The architecture in that office is really grand. And when they walk out and they see the rotunda with the lights and the banners and the Christmas trees, I hope that they will really be proud of where they're from. I hope they will have a very happy sense of Mississippi and being a Mississippian. And I just hope that they will, and I hope they'll be filled with Christmas, with the hope that Christmas brings, and the peace and the joy and the love that Christmas brings. I hope they'll walk away and with a really happy heart, and as a proud Mississippian.
Right. It's all about Jesus. That's why we celebrate Christmas.
That's exactly right.
Your WCBI First Alert Forecast with Charlie Goldstein.
Welcome back, everyone. The big story across at least our part of the United States is this low pressure system right there off into northeast Kansas, and that's really bringing all the weather we're going to be experiencing throughout the rest of the day. And I wanted to point out that this is a really good illustration of the type of storm we get during this time of year through the winter, if called a mid-latitude cyclone, if you're a big weather nerd like I am. And where we currently are is in this area, and that's called the warm sector. That's beneath the warm front, where warm air can start to stream up and into the low pressure in that counterclockwise manner. And you can really see that on the temperature map across the U.S. There's the low there, and ahead of that cold front and behind that warm front is really where we're seeing temperatures in the 50s across the U.S. So I thought that would be pretty cool to show you. And I'm going to track out the rain for you for the rest of the day. 10 a.m. we'll see a couple showers, especially towards western parts of the viewing area. Towards the Delta, coverage will start to increase, especially into this afternoon. May not see rain quite yet for the Golden Triangle until later on, past about 6 p.m. or so, but it does look to be fairly widespread. Some light to moderate showers here and there across the area. The kind of rain that looks like it'll be 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, that kind of rainfall. But everyone should start to see a good amount as we move through into Sunday morning. Throughout the day, I do think that rain will start to taper off, just a few pockets of rain here and there. And as we move into the afternoon and evening, it should only be a couple widespread sprinkles left. Now, as far as what we're going to be left with for the rest of the weekend, 63 Saturday, rain again starting to build in this afternoon after lunch. Then tomorrow we'll see another quite warm day with on and off light showers. And again, it does look like some of those rain chances will start to taper off into the afternoon. And as far as how much we're going to see, 3/4 of an inch here in Starkville possible. You see kind of a tight gradient from northwest to southeast, where southeast portions of the area could see less than 1/4 inch of rain. Then if you are off towards the northwest, say Bruce, you could see somewhere as far as 2 inches of rain. And that's far from the last chance of rain we're going to have over the next week. Here's Monday night. Another cold front is going to start to push its way through, and we'll start to see some fairly heavy rainfall coming in Monday evening. By 6 p.m., I expect widespread showers, maybe even a couple thunderstorms possible as that front moves through, and that rain will stick with us all the way into Tuesday evening. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, that rain sticking all the way through the week into Wednesday. Thursday, it does look like we're going to start to cool down thanks to another front, and Friday looks beautiful and clear.
All right, friends, welcome back to Sunrise Saturday. It is the Christmas season. That means it's Christmas time at Graceland and a lot of great decorations, a lot of special exhibits and activities at Graceland. Joining us now to talk more about that, Angie Marchese from Graceland. And Angie, thank you so much for being with us.
We have so much going on this Christmas season. We kicked it off with our annual Christmas lighting ceremony just a few weeks ago. It's not officially Christmas in Memphis until Graceland is all lit up with blue lights. We had Jerry Schilling in town, and he said he had waited 50 years to be able to flip the switch to turn on all Graceland's Christmas lights. So that was a lot of fun. And we had some great Christmas concerts that weekend. And so there's lots of things that we could do in the afternoons for our guests during our Christmas tours. And then if you want to step that up a bit, we also have our ultimate VIP Christmas tours in the evening, which is a completely guided tour of the house. You get to get a close-up personal view of the lawn ornaments, and you also get some photo ops inside the house, and you get to hold one of Elvis's Christmas gifts, which is kind of fun, one of the artifacts. So there's lots going on this Christmas season here at Graceland. That's what's really unique about Graceland, is that we keep up Elvis's tradition. So the very first lawn ornament that Elvis bought for Graceland was a Santa with a reindeer with the message that says, "Merry Christmas to all, Elvis." And that sat in the front of Graceland until the mid-60s, when Elvis started putting a nativity scene in its place. And then it got moved to the North Lawn, and we still display that same lawn ornament today. And Elvis bought it in 1957 for only $300. So it was quite a bargain. It was a great deal considering it's 2024 and we're still using it. And then we also put up the original nativity scene that Elvis put up in the front yard. There actually were two he did. The first one he did was a smaller version. He started doing the bigger one in 1969. And when the gentleman who would put it up for Elvis, Mr. Phelps, decided to sell it, we bought it from him. So we have the exact arrangement. He actually would put it up for us for years too. We rented it just like Elvis did, talking about keeping up his traditions. So awesome. We have original Christmas ornaments on one of the trees in the dining room. It really is authentic because it's what he had. And you actually are seeing actual things, that the way that he decorated the house, which is really special. And this year we actually produced a new book. It's called Christmas at Graceland from the Graceland Archives. And so we have a Christmas book that we're selling this year that really chronicles Elvis's love of the holidays, from his first Christmas at Graceland, through gifts that he gave, gifts that he received, Christmas cards from celebrities as well as fans. What kind of Christmas music was played at Graceland? Well, we have a list of his Christmas albums that he would play, which wasn't his music. He loved listening to all types of music. And so it's a really unique look at Christmas at Graceland. There's lots of stories in there that you've probably never even heard.
This doesn't end at Christmas, because he celebrated through his birthday. His birthday, of course, January 8th. And we'll talk about some of the stuff y'all have for that, a big birthday celebration coming up. But his Christmas at Graceland extended through his birthday, didn't it?
Yes, it did. So we do his traditions. We put the lights up right before Thanksgiving, and all the decorations stay up through Elvis's birthday, January the 8th. And because it kicks off Elvis's birthday celebration this year, they actually will stay up until the 13th. That's when we'll take them down. But Elvis just loved the holidays. And with his birthday being so close to Christmas, he would keep all the decorations up. And so do we. We continue to offer the Christmas tours all the way through Christmas Eve. Okay. And then we'll roll into Elvis's 90th birthday celebration in January.
That's a great segue. And I was going to ask you about that because obviously here in Tupelo, every 10 years, it's a big celebration. And you have the 90th, what would have been his 90th birthday coming up. Tell us what you have planned at Graceland.
So we're kicking off Elvis's birthday this year on January the 8th with the proclamation on the North Lawn of Graceland, celebrating Elvis's 90th birthday. We also have a special exhibit we're opening, and it's called 90 for 90. So it's going to be 90 specific artifacts out of our collection, each telling its own individual story that had some impact on Elvis's family, life, career. So it's going to be a really unique look at different objects from our collection in celebration of Elvis's 90th birthday. We have tours to the city of Memphis with me and Tom Brown hosting on one of the Graceland Excursion Bus.
Give us the website. Folks can find out all the information about the hours, and give us the hours again on the Christmas season.
Okay, so we are open 9 to 4, 7 days a week. We have evening Christmas tours that start at 6 at night. They run like 6 to 10. And all this information is available at graceland.com.
Thank you for joining us, Angie, and we'll have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. The rain continues to inch even closer to northeast Mississippi. A couple of areas out towards the Delta are starting to see some rainfall, a little bit more of a moderate shower moving its way into Coffeyville. And as we take a bit of a broader view, you can see the bulk of that rain is back off into Arkansas. Some moderate to heavy rain passing northeast of Little Rock, but overall, it does look like through the afternoon, things are going to get quite wet and rainy here, Allie.
Wow, so later on, like you said, around the evening time, we can expect to see some rain, and just be prepared for it if you're out and about, because there's lots of stuff going on this weekend and next weekend.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially if you have any afternoon shopping for Christmas. I certainly do.
Okay.
I'm a big procrastinator, so I'm going to have to go out in the rain this afternoon.
That's okay. The rain won't hurt, and I haven't done any of my Christmas shopping, so I'm right there with you. Well, that's okay. But I've got this cool jacket, and it changes colors. But that doesn't help anybody as far as Christmas shopping goes. Now, what was the name of that that tornado thing? Cyclone?
Cyclone, yeah, not tornado.
Okay.
So this right here is a low pressure system, and the name of that kind of storm is called a mid-latitude cyclone. We get those a lot here, especially through the winter and spring months. So yeah, that's what's bringing us all the rain.
Mid-latitude cyclone.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a grunge rock band or something. All right, that's good. See, I learn something every day, and y'all learn something too. All right, don't go anywhere. More Sunrise Saturday after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert Forecast with Charlie Goldstein.
Welcome back, everyone. We're certainly going to be left with a rather soggy weekend. Saturday high of 63, unseasonably warm, and much of the same on Sunday, where I do think later in the day we could start to see the rain taper off. And the big reason for all this rain is this low pressure off towards northeast Kansas that is really swirling up a lot of moisture into the warm sector of the cyclone. And you can really see that illustrated on the water vapor map, and I think it's pretty cool. You can actually see the counterclockwise swirl of the low pressure off into northeast Kansas. And as far as where the moisture is in regards to our region, it's just now starting to push in. And as we go through the day, that moisture will really start to push in, especially into the afternoon hours. So here we are just after lunchtime, 2 p.m. That rain starts to really move off into the northwestern parts of our viewing area, and that'll really push through. It doesn't look like we're going to get much rain up until about 6 to 8 p.m. here in the Golden Triangle, so we could stay dry for at least a good part of the evening. Definitely not, though, for northwest portions of the area, and that rain will continue streaming on through. Rounds of rain throughout the evening into the overnight and early morning hours. Tomorrow morning, again, does look like some streaming showers passing through, and that will continue into the afternoon. It does look like the coverage, though, will start to lessen up for us after 1 and into the evening hours. It does look like things should start to dry up for the vast majority of us. And as far as how much rain we're going to see, it's going to really be sort of a gradient. You see down towards the southeast portions of our area, they could see as little as just over 1/10 of an inch, and then off towards the north and west, you could really get socked in with some rain, especially up towards areas such as Bruce, Coffeyville. You could see upwards of 1.5 inches of rain. And that's not the only chance of rain we have on the docket for us, as Monday night we have another chance of rain. Another cold front's going to start swinging on through, getting to the area Monday evening, and we'll start to see some widespread to heavy rainfall move on through all the way into Tuesday morning, with that rain once again sticking with us into Tuesday afternoon. So to sum it all up for you folks, today is the best chance of rain so far, and the second best chance of rain does look like Monday evening, with Sunday and Tuesday and Wednesday also having some big chances of rain. Here's a quick look at your 7-day forecast. Rain is the main story for us all the way through Wednesday, and cooling down on Thursday.
But what's better on a Friday night than some hoops? Back to the hardwood with a couple of intriguing local matchups in the area. Starting off in New Hope, Trojans taking on West Point, and the Green Wave starting physical in the paint to open the scoring here. And just like that, we are on the board. Trojans, though, going to answer right back. Nick Cotton with the speed and the lay-in. We are all tied up just like that. So now we're going back. West Point back with it. This guy, number 34, was cooking last night. Some more points in the paint. Good start, but coach wants a few words with his players before they get back out on the court, trying to maintain the lead, stop New Hope a little bit. And it worked because here he is again, this time the and one, count the bucket and the free throw. The Green Wave girls team loving this start in the crowd here. Here comes New Hope now, though. Great ball movement. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 to the corner for Josiah Blewett for 3. That's good. Big 3 for the Trojans there, and they're going to keep with it now. And this 3 attempt, though, is off. But rebound, New Hope, they're going to look for the same guy. Josiah Blewett for 3 again. Nails it. Hot start for both teams in the first. Very competitive game out in New Hope. Next, though, we'll move to Noxubee County, where they hosted Columbus on Friday. Only their second game this season, and here we go. Right off the jump ball, Jace O'Neal wastes no time, walks up and fires a 3. Splash. Visitors up 3-0 before you can even blink. The cheerleaders happy with that shot there. A few possessions later, Tigers looking to keep pace, driving the ball inside just over the fingertips of the defender. Gets it to go. Noxubee County up 5-3. Minutes later on the fast break, Jace O'Neal with contact gets it to go and the foul. What a shot and what a start for the senior guard. He would convert at the line. Falcons tied the game at 9 apiece. Later in the first, O'Neal again, cross-court pass, good ball movement, finds Marius Mosley in the corner there, and that's good. Tigers call a timeout, visiting fans on their feet. Falcons lead up to 6. Coach Morris looking to clean some stuff up. The Falcons, though, would lead 41-23 at the break, would keep the momentum going in the second half to improve to 9-2. The final from Noxubee County, 69-37 in favor of the Columbus Falcons. Let's offer sports. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. The rain is pushing its way into Mississippi. It's already reaching some portions out towards the Delta. You can see Carroll County seeing some showers, Grenada County, Yalobusha as well. A little bit more of a moderate shower just passing southeast of Coffeyville. Other than that, area-wide, we're just starting to see the clouds start to build in. And as we zoom out, you can really see the bulk of that rain is back off towards Arkansas, especially northeast of Little Rock. They've got some pretty heavy bands moving on through. And as we move throughout the day, we will start to see the rain increase in coverage, especially after noon for northeast portions of our area. The clouds, again, will continue to build, soggy afternoon on the way. And one thing I do want to mention is that it could be a little bit windy at times. You can see gusts up to 20 miles an hour. And tonight, much of the same story. The rain will continue for us. It is going to be an unseasonably warm night, as you see a low of 54. That's about what we got to as our high yesterday. And winds from the southwest gusting to up to 25 miles an hour tonight. And tomorrow, once again, the same story. Morning rain. We will stay cloudy, and the rain will try to clear as we get into the afternoon. I think as we get to the later part of the day, things will start to dry up for the most part for us. As far as right now for us, temperatures are in the mid-40s to low 50s. 52 Starkville, 57 in Columbus, 54 Aliceville, and 49 over in Bruce. And as far as what we're going to be talking about for the weather headlines for this week, again, that rainy pattern is really starting to take hold. Rain will start to take over later today, and that warm-up will continue for us with several more fronts on the way. Allie?
That sounds really good. Churches throughout the region gearing up for Christmas musicals. We dropped in on a rehearsal at Tupelo's West Jackson Street Baptist Church as the orchestra and drama teams were preparing for The Gift of Christmas. There are hundreds of people involved in that production. And while rehearsals have been going on for a few weeks, work on the production began in the summer. The church's music minister says it's a lot of work, but also an opportunity to reach many in the community with the true Christmas message.
Absolutely, yes. We look at music just as a gift from the Lord, as a tool to use to share His love with others. So, and it's a fun way to be a part of what's happening here at this church.
And The Gift of Christmas is presented this afternoon at 3, and there are 2 performances on Sunday. Many churches holding Christmas musicals, so be sure and catch some of those this weekend and next weekend. Team members at Toyota Mississippi are bringing joy to area kids this Christmas. More than 1,600 toys were donated by team members to Tupelo Salvation Army as part of the annual Christmas toy drive. The toys were collected earlier this week just in time for Angel Tree distribution. That's coming up on Monday. More than 800 kids were signed up for the Angel Tree program this year. Well, time for a break, but don't go anywhere. We have a story about pets and Christmas and cats and Christmas trees. You don't want to miss it. More Sunrise Saturday straight ahead.
Its way into the southeast. It does look like we'll be well below average for Christmas, so any travel before and after Christmas does look to be quite chilly across the southeast. And as far as the next 7 days, we're going to see quite a bit of rain. That rain chance will stick all the way through Wednesday, with the best chances being tonight and Monday night as we start to get under the influence of a parade of cold fronts as they start to push on through. Temperatures will continue to be above average into the low 60s, close to 70 to start the week. Temperatures will start to cool down as we push into Thursday and Friday, when we finally start to clear out, and that's going to be the beginning of that cold push of air. Hallie?
Wow, so it got a little bit, warmer. It's going to get colder. Well, look at there. Look at the kitty cats and puppies. We're getting closer to Christmas, and hopefully you've gotten gifts for everyone on your Christmas list. Now, if you're considering getting someone on that list a pet for Christmas, Mr. Charlie, you may want to rethink that choice. Director of the West Point Clay County Animal Shelter, Neely Bryan, says as much as they want their animals to end up in homes, it also needs to be the right fit for the owner's lifestyle. She says there's a better way to go when adopting a pet rather than surprising someone.
If you're considering getting someone a pet, you need to make this decision with that person and go and get the animal together. Don't just surprise somebody with one. Make it be like a joint decision. Everybody needs to be on board. Everybody needs to be willing to do the work that is required to own a puppy or a kitten.
That's right. Brian says if you're ready to make that commitment, go by the shelter and they can walk you through the process. They can also talk with you about fostering if you're not quite ready to adopt. She'd also like to remind everyone to spay and neuter their pets. That's what Bob Barker used to say on The Price is Right. And what happens when a cat gets around a Christmas tree? Take a look. Right there. See that, Charlie? I was at Ward Vet Clinic in Tupelo. We're going to give you a slow motion right there. I was at Ward Vet Clinic in Tupelo and got this video of the clinic cat Butterbean. When I got there, I was dropping my cat Grayson off. Butterbean was in the tree, and you see what happened next. We even have that slow motion replay. Cats and Christmas trees, and even though Butterbean ran after the tree after it fell, she went right back to it to do the same thing. And I went over there and picked it back up for her so she could do it again. Yeah. I mean, cats and trees, you can't go wrong with them. Do you like cats, Mr. Charlie? Are you a cat guy or a dog guy? I can't remember.
Yeah, I've always been a dog guy. We always had dogs growing up, but I do love cats. They're pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, I could watch that video of Butterbean getting up in the tree all day. I came in there to take my cat Grayson because Grayson is having thyroid issues. She's 11 years old, and I think we're going to have a story about that later because I'm going to give y'all a quick tease for a story. This is y'all's first time to hear. Y'all ready? It's a pretty cool story. So Grayson, my long-haired cat, she's the one who yawns on command, right? Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. I tell her, Grayson, yawn for dad, and she yawns. Well, she has thyroid issues, and I had thyroid issues earlier this year. I've been dealing with them for a couple of years now, and she may have to have the same treatment that I had. They say sometimes if pets are really close to their owners, have a bond, that they kind of mimic sometimes the stuff their owners are dealing with.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think that's true, or is that?
I know from experience. I've had a lot of knee problems growing up, and funnily enough, my dog Buster has the exact same knee problem I did.
Really?
Yeah.
The same. I don't know how you prove that. The same knee kind of. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Is Buster doing better now?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Much better.
Okay. Good. All right. Thank you all for joining us. So much information, and y'all have a